In this video, I'm going to be discussing a lot of OTC and penny stock plays. I have a stock trading at $1 that just had a very big PR, and they also announced today that they are expecting $100 million in annual revenue for the next year and $300 million in revenue by 2026. And this stock is trading under a $1 million market cap, under 1 million shares that float, and they have a lot of catalysts that could be announced at any moment. We're expecting a lot of big PRs, so this is definitely one of the hottest penny stock plays in the entire market that you should be watching right now. So guys, make sure you tap the like button, put notifications on, and everything like that. We have 3 different sub penny stocks and some 000 stocks that have no room for dilution. And guys, keep in mind with these penny stock and OTC plays, the main thing you want to look at is dilution coming? And all 3 of these plays, the authorized shares are completely maxed out, so there's no room for dilution as of right now. So these are some very big plays that you definitely have to watch. First stock I want to talk about is Opti, trading at 0.00175, up 34% today. And as you can see, they have a $6 million market cap. Then in the beginning, the main thing you want to look at with penny stocks is dilution coming? And keep in mind, these are completely high risk plays, and you should really take profits as soon as you get them. You don't want to be holding these plays. You just really want to get in and out very quickly with any penny stock in the entire market. Okay, so looking at the authorized shares, it's completely maxed out. So what does that mean? It means they cannot dilute any shares until they raise their AS. So this is one we're looking at, ticker OPTI, which actually put an 8K out, and they're actually expecting a full business transition and a new business. So this is one you have to watch that is expecting a PR probably within the next week or two that could easily push this one up. And it is a 00 stock, so this one could easily run 50 to 100% plus, and it is on watch as of right now because there is no dilution coming, and they're expecting a new business and everything like that. Just a 000 play. With these 000 plays, the authorized shares or the outstanding share count is usually very high, but for a 000 play, 3 billion outstanding shares is not that high, and this one is completely maxed out, so there's no room for dilution as of right now. And that's why we're watching this play, ticker GMPR, Gourmet Provisions International Corporation. They do have a very big conference call today. We're expecting multiple PRs this month, so if that does happen, this one could easily push from 0.006 to 0.001. If that does happen, this one could easily break out with a $2 million market cap. They do have a product that does have over 10,000 reviews. They do have their products in over 32 different grocery stores and more. See on their Twitter page, Gourmet Provisions International, on February 2nd, terms of their new acquisition agreed upon and anticipate a LOI, letter of intent, executed by both parties today and finalized on Monday with a detailed PR to follow. So they're expecting a PR today with another PR to follow, QVC, and other exciting news on the way. So as you can see, they do have a lot of connections if you do look on their Twitter page right here. So conference call today, they just announced at 9:20 a.m. today on February 5th, which is today, conference call today to finalize the first of many great acquisitions underway. Press release out this week detailing this exciting opportunity. They have a brand ambassador that has over or just around 100,000 different followers. They will be kept extremely busy promoting all of our existing gourmet brands and the 4 new ones. So they have a lot of different brands sold in a lot of different retail stores, and they have a big connection with a lot of influencers. And as you can see on this page right here, a lot of big connections with some high value people, as no dilution. They have been diluting shares, I'll be honest, but now this is completely capped out. So as this is capped out, that means no dilution as of right now. And they're expecting many catalysts, very big catalysts coming this week, multiple different catalysts. So this is on high watch and one that could make you a lot of money. So definitely watch ticker GMPR. See January 31st acquisition news forthcoming within the week regarding a food company that will be featured on QVC next month. Many press releases coming out about a new high profile CEO, multiple acquisitions, pre-audits back underway, and much more. So considering there's no dilution as of right now even available, and multiple acquisitions, this one could easily push from 0.006 to 0.001 very easily, and even go beyond that. 2024 goals as of right now: acquire gourmet food company featured on QVC, hire a new profile CEO, acquire a $2.6 million annual revenue food producing brand, financial pre-audits, acquire food delivery company, become fully audited, acquire portable wine bars, uplist to NASDAQ, grow existing brands, and eliminate debt. So he has 10,000 5-star reviews, I believe, for their food products. They have multiple food products sold in well over 32 different grocery stores. They are expanding very rapidly. And as you can see right here, are connected to some very high value people, as you can see on their Twitter page right here. Next stock we want to look at is HWAL, one I have covered in the past, Hollywall Entertainment Inc., trading at 4 cents as of right now, and there is absolutely no room for dilution as their AS is completely maxed out. Their authorized shares are sitting at 148 million, outstanding shares are at 145 million, so there's only room to dilute around 3 million shares. So this one is safe as of right now to say there is no dilution coming, and it looks like the free float is actually around 13 million shares up to 25 million shares. So a very small float because insiders are holding, the majority of the OS count. They come out today that they are basically selling their extensive catalog consisting of rights to over or just around 30,000 songs. They're announcing they are creating a transition team, which will play a significant role in guiding Hollywall's transformation into a pure play, cutting edge technology driven company while actively seeking sales and revenue from its music library, which they are basically selling their assets and rights to these songs to bring in some revenue. Looking at their share structure again, they are actually, I believe, trying to reduce their OS from 145 million to around 90 million shares. So that's actually very positive, and they're revamping their entire business. So I'm expecting a lot of big updates, which could in turn push this price up from 4 cents. So this is definitely one that's on high watch as of right now with no room for dilution, and one that is actually changing and reducing their outstanding share count by canceling shares. So looking at this one, their last corporate update, which was announced back in August, they're actually trying to sell their music assets, making strategic investments, share cancellation, and OS reduction. So they say shares of their common stock will be reduced from 144 million to 93 million outstanding shares, enhancing the company's equity share structure, increasing shareholder value. So that's a very big catalyst there, and they're revamping their entire business line and do not have any room for dilution. So ticker HWAL is definitely on high watch, as we should see some operation and plans for their new business line. So this is definitely one you have to keep an eye on. And next play we're going to look at is Snnc, trading at 0.0161, down 20% for the day. Looking at their AS, they do have room for dilution, but their outstanding share count is 109 million, and the actual float is under 50 million. So actually a pretty good share structure for an OTC company under a $2 million market cap, and they do have room for dilution, but only for around 200 million shares. The OTC market is actually starting to heat up. We've seen a lot of big plays, so we're starting to watch these plays right now. And they basically announced 2 days ago they set a lot of goals. They went over a lot of goals for 2024. They said they will begin to spin off certain brands and companies who are in the past startup phase and ready to file an S1 registration to complete an IPO in their own name, which could be very big. These relationships with these target companies have been initiated through various sources, including lifetime branding through our marketing partner Eric Stoll or Stahl, whatever. These have standalone capabilities and existing revenues and are fully vetted through the campus's incubation process. They're completing due diligence on various institutions to arrange and manage the offerings to also uplist Snnc itself. However, the new IPOs do not depend on Snnnc's status. So their plan is to have fully audited candidates who will be able to trade immediately on the NASDAQ as an extra benefit to our legacy shareholders. So, this is actually pretty big right here. So they're basically entering to a global distribution agreement with an alternative health and supplement maker, DGS, to place the no-hold shot with wholesalers and retailers. And this wholesaler and retailer is a national known distributor who is currently testing the product on its 40 corporate owned locations for evaluation and sell-through metrics. The company is incorporating feedback from this and other sales relationships to evaluate packaging, graphic updates, as well as flavor profiles. And they're also both collaborating on the development of new Kratom products to be manufactured out of Snnnc's facility, which is in Scottsdale, Arizona, which will be sold online direct to consumer through DGS's wholesale distribution network and Snnnc's first retail location, which is the Cavern, opening in a few weeks. So we could see some very big news on that. Their new location, their first retail location, with a lot going on, opening in a few weeks. So that should be, should have opened last month or something like that. The company is additionally working with 2 other sales and distribution partners who specialize in sales at trucking locations and big box stores. One of these relationships has already successfully introduced the NoHo shot to a national convenience store chain, who say this national convenience store is considering it to sell for its line of their emerging brands. A week or two before that PR, they entered into a manufacturing agreement with a major extraction partner for on-site oil production, which could be big as the oil sector is back on watch with everything going on with these wars and everything like that. They're expecting that this will generate an annual top-line revenue approaching $1 million in 2024. So considering they don't have any revenue as of right now, this is very big as well. The ship is expected to expand in 2024 into the manufacturing of non-cannabis consumer goods. Further disclosure and product details will follow upon full execution of the agreement. So we could see some very big updates with this. And keep in mind, this company has a lot of catalysts that are expected to come out very soon. Expecting an update with that as well, and a lot of different updates coming with their distribution and operating businesses and new business locations and everything like that. Company has a lot of catalysts trading at 0.0161, down 20% today. But, you know, their share structure is looking pretty good. They do have some room for dilution, but this is definitely on high watch, and this one could, you know, push up with any type of catalyst, as they do have multiple business lines that have pending catalysts that could be coming out at any moment. Okay, so SMFL, Smart Life Inc., trading at $1 with under 1 million shares at float. That hasn't been updated in a while, but according to this, is under 1 million shares at float and under a $1 million market cap. So the founder and chairman just said, with several acquisitions in their immediate pipeline, they believe Smart for Life is well positioned for significant growth in 2024. They reaffirmed their mission to reach $100 million in annualized revenue over the next year and $300 million in revenue by 2026. So with a tiny 1 million shares at float and under a $1 million market cap, that is very big if they do follow through with this, and through this of a global strategic partnership, which could help them expand in a lot of different ways. So they are partnering with SGS Nutrisource, which has 4 different offices in 3 countries with a staff of over 150. It is part of SGS, the world-leading testing, inspection, and certification company, which has 100,000 employees that operate a network of just under 3,000 different offices and laboratories working together to enable a better, safer, and more interconnected world. So they have several different acquisitions in their pipeline. But one thing you need to look at with these companies, a lot of these I am day trading, so I don't really have to worry about this. But if you are trying to swing trade this or looking at this one, you always need to look at their cash on hand. So that's non-existent here. They are losing money each quarter, so that's something you need to look at. So how will they get money to fund their acquisitions and their operations as a business? They will have to sell shares, do an offering, or something like that leads to dilution. So you always need to check toxic notes, convertible notes, and anything that will dilute shares when you are going to hold this one. And like I said, if you're just day trading, you do not worry about this stuff because you're trying to get in and out very quickly. But if you're going to be holding it, you know, for more than a few days or just sometimes even more than a day, you have to check this stuff. And so that's a negative aspect right here. They have no cash on hand and they are losing money each quarter. So that's a very negative thing right there. And you always should check these things, like I said, if you are going to hold a position. And right now this is trading at $1.03, down 9%. I believe the short interest is at 22% or just over 21%, which looks like it did increase 4% today. So it looks like this one did jump up. Pre-market was up around 12%. It did get up to around 15% up for the day and now is down 9%. I believe shorts are manipulating this one down. I do believe dilution will be coming pretty soon or at some point. Obviously, they have no cash on hand. They also need money to fund their operations, and that probably means dilution is coming at some point in the near time future. But, you know, sitting at a $1 million market cap or under a $1 million market cap with the potential to do $100 million in revenue for the next year and $300 million in revenue by 2026. This is still on high watch to see their acquisitions and everything like that. So SMFL is definitely one you have to watch.